Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Forewarning, it's still really windy out here, and the wind just blew out my citronella. So if you see me swatting, it's because the mosquitoes are attacking your girl. Okay, so I just wanted to say that despite the crazy wind that we're having, which is just a side effect of the tornadoes that's hitting some other places, and if you're affected by any of those storms, I am sending you lots of safety, protection, and love energy your way. But it is still beautiful to see the spring, the beginning of the blossomings. I mean, here in Florida, we've had spring. We've been feeling the effects of spring for some time, for like a couple of weeks now. But it's still beautiful going outside and having the miraculous, beautiful weather, even traveling other places and seeing the signs and knowing that despite whatever else is going on, whatever chaos you may be surrounded by whatever disorientation, by whatever anger you may be surrounded by, when you go outside, it's beautiful. And it's Mother Nature just reminding you that everything always comes full circle, okay? Nothing ever stays the same, okay? So even if you're having a bad time, it's okay. It can't stay bad forever, I promise you. Focus on the goal, stay focused, and you will achieve whatever it is that you so desire, okay? Now that has nothing to do with our topic today, but I just wanted to share that. It was for somebody, so I love you, whoever that was for. So today's video, we're going to talk about what happens when you dream. Like, where do you travel to? What do you experience, right? I know for myself, I always used to have like kooky type dreams. And then as I started getting older, I went through a period of not dreaming or not remembering my dreams per se, right? I was kind of disconnected. And then I started dreaming vividly again. And then I would start seeing connections of my dreams once I started remembering them and paying attention to them more. You know, it may not have made sense because it would be exaggerative. Like, I would dream of my house that I lived in now, but the backyard was an alleyway that led to a gateway and would put you out in space or something like that. Like, it was weird. So I would have variations of things, but things would happen throughout my day, and I'm like, wait, didn't I dream about this? Or I would visit a place and be like, didn't I see this in my dream? Like, wait a minute, right? So I dove into the topic, like, okay, what happens when we dream? What happens if you don't have dreams? And I found out that we all have dreams, right? Everyone dreams, even if you don't remember your dreams, or you're like, I just go to rest, right? I don't like saying sleep, but when you just put your body at rest, it shows that your mind is still active, right? Your mind is always susceptible to things happening around. So I used to be I used to be resting. I used to be asleep, and someone would come in my room and have a full-on conversation with me. You know, can I borrow this? Can I have that? Can you pick me up at so-and-so? And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And I'm responding to them, but I'm still asleep. Like, I'm not conscious. I'm not aware of it, right? So what is it that is talking? What is it that's controlling? What is it that's conscious of it, right? And then when I arise and I'm like, hold on, did you come in my room and talk to me and ask me to do this and borrow this? And they're like, yeah, you're supposed to pick me up in 30 minutes. And I'm like, I don't even remember any of that, but okay, I'm on my way. Or you have a faint recollection of it, right? Or my husband, you know, likes to sleep with the TV on, and I would always tell him, don't leave it on certain channels because they have commercials that will come on, and I would dream about it, and it would be scary, like, especially like those horror movie stuff, like when they would advertise it. Oh my God, I would be dreaming about it, and I wake up and I'm like, what is happening? Like, what's on the TV? Please turn it off, because it's programming my mind and making me scary in real life for real, right? Or if you live in a city, right? Like, I used to live in a city, not next to the railroad tracks or anything, but I would hear sirens all the time. I would hear trains all the time. Like, even now, I live close to the hospital, and on a quiet night, I can hear the ambulances going, or I could hear the train going, right? But if you live in a city, you're always hearing chaos. You're always having noise and you can't get a sound sleep, like it affects you, right? But your mind is still traveling and your mind is still susceptible to what it is that's happening around you, right? That's why it's always important how you go to sleep. Like there's a whole routine you should go through to prepare yourself to go rest, because your body is resting and rejuvenating itself, but your mind is still working. So if you program your mind and you say, you know what, I want to meet so-and-so, or I want to speak to so-and-so, you can do that in your dreams. You can visit people in your dreams, okay? But when you dream, it's still a state of consciousness. You're still somewhere else, right? If you're like me and you daydream, okay, because I can be sitting right here in front of you, like legit, I can drive, and I need to stop this. I need to get focused and get out my head, but I can drive somewhere where I always go to and be somewhere else. My mind is somewhere else. And then when I'm getting close to the destination, it's like a snapback. It's like, okay, here you are. Get back in this mode. Come back to this reality. And I'm like, how did I get here? How did I stop at the lights? How did I change lanes? How did I do this? And I know that I was somewhere else. Okay? So it's your consciousness. Your consciousness is still active when you are dreaming. Now, for those of us who may not remember our dreams, or you may say, I never dream. Like, I just let my head hit the pillow, and next thing I know, I'm up and ready to go, right? It's a way that you can start to program yourself to start to remember your dreams if you so choose. But you are still having interactions in the dream world. You are still actively doing things in the dream world, and you're actively having messages downloaded to you while you are dreaming, right? Because your mind never stops. So now, since we want to fall asleep with the TV on, I make sure that it's on YouTube or on Gaia or whatever it is that I decide to use, and play meditation music so it can reprogram, it can heal, it can seep into my mind and my consciousness and set the tones, right? Just depending on what it is that you want to do. You may have heard of some people say that they astral projected when they're getting ready to rest, right? When your mind's at ease and your body's at ease, you're in between that state. You're not quite asleep and unconscious on this level yet, but you're not quite conscious and up and at 'em yet. People astral project, right? Because you're in a less resistant state. You're more susceptible to allow yourself to be free and be who you truly are. So when you're dreaming, it's the same way. Just like I said, you can visit people in your dreams. Have you ever dreamt about someone and you all were doing something, or you were told something and then it came to fruition in real life? Or it was a recollection of the activities that you all did the day prior or the week prior or something like that? Have you ever dreamt of a passed away loved one? That takes a lot of effort for people who are in the spirit realm to visit us in our dreams, right? That's a lot of effort. So it's not something to shy across and just say, oh, it was nothing. I just had a dream. It was nothing. No, it's something. There's always a message in it. Have you ever woke up in the morning and your body doesn't feel like you didn't sleep at all? You were probably fighting. You were probably at war in a different reality, in your dream world, in that state. I know I have legit for a month rested. I was like, you know what? I just feel so tired. I just feel so drained. And at night, I'm going to, at 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to sleep at 10 o'clock at night in order for me to know I can wake up at 7 o'clock and be fully rested, y'all. And I would wake up at 7 and still feel drained. Had to take B12 shots and everything. Like, give me the B12, right? Because when I was in the dream world, what I was experiencing, what my mind was experiencing, was in direct correlation with my physical body. So yeah, my physical body may have been still in at rest, but my mind is still active. And it was making me still feel sleepy. So don't dismiss the things that you see in your dreams or that you experience in your dreams as oh, whatever. There's always a message in it. Because we are multi-dimensional beings. And when you start to embrace that, you can start to allow more energy to come in and more information to come in, and it's going to come from whatever angle it can get to you at. So if it's in your dreams, start taking heed to it. What I was able to do to start making sure at the time when I was feeling disconnected and I wasn't really remembering my dreams too much, what I started doing was keeping a dream journal or talking about my dreams. I had to start talking it out until I got back in the habit of writing it down, right? Talk it out. Hey, this happened and this happened and this happened. Especially if I dreamt of someone, I would call them the next day. Hey, I had a dream about you. You know, no, we weren't doing anything crazy. You were at McDonald's, like, or you were bringing me some liquor or something. You know what I'm saying? But I always call them because you never know. You never know if they're having a dream about you at the same rate or that you are meant to speak to that person. But I always take heed to that message. So don't dismiss it and just think that it's just an act. No, your mind is always going and always being programmed and always susceptible to things. And if you're falling asleep with the TV on, whatever's going on in that TV is programming in your mind. And it's probably having an effect on your dreams. You never know, your spirit team may be trying to get to you. And they can't reach you because you're being programmed with something else, right? So, wealthy family, that's all that I have for you today. I mean, I hope that was that made sense. But, you know, my dreams have been off the chain lately. And I was like, let me talk to my people. Because I know if I'm probably going through it, someone here is going through it as well. Okay? So, until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.